Get that Friday feeling, everybody. I mean, I don't care what you did yesterday, how late you got in. We're here. It's Friday. We're talking about plants opening and closing, a TikTok car, and airlines feeling a little more like car dealers. And that's a good thing for them.
That's a great
thing. It's a good thing for them, bad thing for us for now. We'll contextualize that way. Yo, man. It's winter in upstate New York.
Yo, it's not winter in Nashville.
It's not winter in Orlando yesterday. It's not winter in Atlanta. You and I yesterday got to, in a rare move, you and I were in the dirt in dealerships, but in two separate places. I don't know that that's ever happened before. I was in Orlando. You were in Atlanta. It was 90 degrees where I was. I don't know how hot it was where you were.
Yeah, it was actually cooler there. Like, I think it was like mid 70s because it was cloudy. Nashville, my wife texted me. She goes, it's literally 89 here. And the house is at 75, and I had to turn the AC
on. Right? Yeah,
it's weird.
Not up here. My flights were delayed last night. I got back to my car at 1 o'clock to a lovely, icy, snowy drive this morning. It's like I got in so late. I was in Automotive News mug, and I'm gonna put my, this is airport water.
Oh, that's airport water.
Airport water.
Life airport water.
Not up here, so I'm gonna be super ghetto and put some of this airport water in my coffee mug. Because that's how we're rolling this Friday morning.
Hudson News Rack. There it is.
all day. Got a lot of fun stuff going on. We have a big day today. This afternoon, we're going to be kind of pitching a soda to Steve Greenfield's Automotive Ventures Investment Club. I don't know if there's an easy way to get there. I know there's going to be a ton of people there, but if you want to join the party, you're more than welcome to do it. The way I found the link, I don't know, there's no real good way to post it in the show, but the way I found it, I just went to Steve Greenfield's LinkedIn page, hit his profile, went to posts, and there's a few posts down where he talks about it. But if you'd love to be there, we'd love to have you there, because even if you don't want to invest, it's going to be a really good time. Whenever the Asodu crew gets together,
we're just going to bring the whole fam together, and it'll be a ruckus. It'll be the most ruckus Zoom call on a Friday afternoon you've ever been in.
People, Jonas, Sandy's, and it was nice here in Florida yesterday. Yes, it was. And then Ellie says it's 24 in Chicago. We are not okay.
I'm so sorry. This is not a laughable offense, but it's so sorry.
Laughable. Hey, look, if you could see outside my window and what the drive-in was like, Ellie, this one's for you.
There it is. All right, let's get into it. Paul.
Yeah. So Friday. All right. So we've never covered a variety of stories about car plants. Oh, we can't go back for a second. Right after this live stream, we are going into the All Things Used Cars Clubhouse room. So go to Clubhouse, search All Things Used Cars in 10 minutes from now, if you're on the live stream. So get ready to go from here to there. All right, let's get into some news. So there is increased attention on manufacturing plants these days as dealers are searching for the new normal regarding getting the inventory they need, or getting too much inventory, believe it or not, or maybe even just being able to offer their customers the tax incentive dollars toward a new EV. So we're going to cover a few points here. Audi CEO Markus Duesmann said the company is considering building their first factory in North America in order to take advantage of the generous Inflation Reduction Act incentives. They committed to building EVs by the year.
In the year 2030.
Nope, not 2030. Audi committed.
Audi
committed to all EVs by the year 2026, which is only less than 3 years from now.
That's impressive. Although, I mean, you look at the commercials over the last 3 years, they're like, here's our full Audi, here's our full lineup. Welcome to it, right?
Yeah, electric, meaning, so they want to get a plant going on so that they can offer their customers $7,500 tax incentive credit, which puts them, back in a competitive game. All their parent company, Volkswagen, already has a plant in Chattanooga, Tennessee. They began producing the ID4 last year, and they're shooting for 90,000 of those EVs in 2023. So Volkswagen, Audi kind of moving this pace back and forth. He said that Audi and VW it's possible they may do some sort of joint effort. The next one we're going to is Ford. Ford announced it's extending the downtime of its Louisville plant, making the refreshed Escape and the new Lincoln Corsair They're going to keep the plant idled until March 6th as they battle a software issue in the center cluster. Like, that's got to be so frustrating for the people that put things together. Come on, nerds, figure this thing out.
Come on, nerd. Oh, see, you had to get after the nerds. I see what it is.
I love my nerds, man.
Man. Yeah,
I'm jealous. Hey, I'm jealous.
I'm actually wondering if it's because they've got too many cars on dealers' lots these days. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't think that's why. I don't think that's why.
No, it's definitely a software issue.
In the automotive news article, they he gives kind of like this technical definition and they put it in there. I had to read it twice and I'm like, oh, that's what he's saying. But I was like, that's what you say when you want everyone to think like, oh, you know what? It sounds very complicated. I'll let you handle it. So the plant's building chairman, Brandon Resigner, is that his real name? Resinger?
Risinger.
Risinger?
I'm going Risinger.
Yeah, it's not Resigner. He told employees to believe that they fixed the problem, and they've actually what they've done is avoided a problem if they ship the vehicles where everyone would have to return to the dealer for a recall. So like you kind of understand a little bit of this and that.
Yeah.
And the third little point is something we covered earlier. You know, GM idled their truck plant for an inventory issue, meaning they have too much inventory on their ground. So they're not going to be producing trucks until that levels out. Hey, do you think, I was thinking about this, do you think in the past GM would have kept the plant open and just started like filling a holding lot?
You know, good chance. And then they, at the end of the quarter, at the end of March, they would have just flooded dealers' lots with available inventory to try and wholesale that stuff. But I think that they've recognized that there is some value in a balanced supply and demand matrix out there in the economy. So I'm proud of them. That's not a story that I would have expected coming out of this inventory shortage. So at first I thought, I was like, oh, they pushed too many cars, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe this is them being measured, idling the plant. Yeah, maybe they're learning. We're gonna be the optimists. We'll let them have it.
Tune into the show for optimism.
We'll let them have it.
And sarcasm, I will imagine. Speaking of sarcastic things.
Stop. Segue.
Time. All right, we'll get to the sarcastic part, but Mercedes-Benz announced that their new E-Class will be loaded with all these sophisticated new features to be enjoyed only by the upper crust of society, namely enhanced voice control, smart lighting throughout the vehicle, something they're calling a super screen, which we'll get into.
Which is like this big.
Yeah, this is the thing that's only for high society. Two things: a selfie cam in the car,
high society,
TikTok,
super high society,
and Zoom, which is a little more high society than TikTok, the highest of societies. So this car,
I've heard that the highest of society prefers Microsoft Teams. It's Friday, Paul.
Man, Microsoft Teams. Look, we understand if you have to use Teams because you have an IT director and it's we're sure there's a reason, but we just don't know if we're ever going to understand it.
Yeah, we're just praying for you. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Oh gosh, you can tell it's Friday. Back to this Mercedes, this super screen. So get this, it is a large central touch screen, and also the instrument cluster and instrument gauges are another screen. But the super screen is this gigantic screen in the middle, but it's also got a second display, which is in front of the passenger only, where the passenger can stream video content, which is not distracting at all.
Not at all. Because only the passenger's going to be watching that.
Yeah.
You know that.
According to the Verge article, depending on the car's equipment, a selfie video camera is mounted either on the gauge display or on top of the dashboard, and the E-Class will offer both Zoom and WebEx by Cisco video conferencing, the Vivaldi web browser, and even TikTok. So
yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
Can you make TikTok content, or do you just watch TikTok content?
Right, you're like,
because that commentation definitely alludes to the fact that you're going to be making TikTok content in the car.
They said that they're putting in a lot of safety stuff in the software to make sure that you're not using it in key elements or driving or anything like that. I will tell you the number of Zoom calls that I've either had to take or someone has taken with me on
a phone,
on a phone,
in the mount, in the car. Yeah.
So I see the reason for that in a non-driving situation, but the minute this thing hits the streets, they're gonna be 30,000 hackers like
watch party, right?
Yeah,
but that's true. Hey, Mercedes, somebody had to do it first.
Yep. Yep. And it is cool looking. I will say that thing just like
looks amazing.
If you see that it's just across the whole dash, like it looks like a tech forward future type thing.
It looks amazing. All right. Speaking of, I don't know, I'm not even going to say tech forward. We got 3 minutes left of the show, but we need to talk to you about something close to our hearts because we travel a lot. Airlines seem to be taking a page out of the auto industry's playbook as they're posting, get this, record profits on decreased sales numbers. Sound familiar? Just a year ago, they were losing billions. But they're saying now they're super profitable. A combination of factors include pent-up demand, forced efficiencies that they had to fix, had to make better processes over COVID, employment issues forced them to be more efficient, and the willingness of customers to pay these exorbitantly high airfares.
I feel that. I feel that in my heart every time I go to the old Google machine. Yeah, every time. Man. Every time. Yeah.
Cameron McDonald, head of research and transportation analyst at investment firm EP Australia, said there hasn't been enough capacity to fill demand, and the only way that demand has even been able to be controlled is through high pricing. You see very high airfares. So get this. CEO of American Airlines, Robert Isom, told investors last month, we achieved record revenue while flying 6% less capacity than we did in the fourth quarter. So lots of profits, not a lot of revenue. Finally, Air France CEO. Okay. I got to say, I know we only have a minute left, but the CEO of Air France's name, let me see if I can pronounce this right.
Come on.
Ben Smith.
Come on. Don't do it to me like that. Don't do it to me
His
like
name
that.
is Ben Smith, and he said first and business class seats are fuller than they were prior to COVID. And he's just saying people are willing to splurge on kind of their first trips back from COVID. So good. It's not just us.
Makes sense.
Once again, automotive is a leading indicator that other people are watching to see what's going on. So, we got that going for us.
There you go.
Bring us home, Kyle. Bring us home.
Hey, I love that story. Oh, stop.
I don't have anything. My buttons are all messed up. All right, we're going to start this again. Everybody, begin ending of the show.
Hey, here's the thing. Today, you got to set yourself apart. You got to set yourself apart from the competition, from the other people in your store, from the other people in your company. The way that you do that is do something that nobody else can.
Let's
figure
go.
that out and go.